Hello, my splendid lot, it's Mega Gran here again with another episode from Vintage Story. Well, I starved to death and I'm rushing back home before something gets me, much to everybody's amusement.
I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone starve in this game.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you've been staying inside the house a little too long, I think.
Well, it's scary out there. It was the safest place for me.
It definitely is, but that's where the food
oh, me
is.
door.
Gran built the box, moved into it, and then starved to death.
I'll get there in the end. Oh, right, that was quick. Okay, then.
I needed more fences than I thought I did. Oh.
So in with my bowls, and hopefully they'll be ready before I starve to death again. Lots of growling going on outside because there was a rift somewhere near. And in the darkness of the night, rifts are quite active, and they spawn these horrible little creatures called drifters, who come and try to stone you to death. There are several variants of these drifters, and some of them are quite tough. And unfortunately, they don't disappear with the sunrise either, so I'm going to have to sort them out in the morning. But for now, I'm quite chuffed. I got back home, my bowls are firing, and I've got food to eat when they're ready. There were so many noises, but I was hoping that fence was going to do a good job in keeping them out. And it seemed that way, until my door fell off. Oh, no, they jumped over the wall! They jumped over the gate, the horrid things, and my door's broken and I can't find it. Oh my goodness! Get out,
Why is Gran always having a hard go?
Look, they're just... Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's there, it's there. There. There's loads of those guys around here.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to move. It's no good, is this?
Oh, it's medium rift activity right now.
I think, yeah, if you want maximum safety, Gran, you can become my neighbor.
Whereabouts are you, then?
I'm inside a lake.
Yeah, you're my neighbor.
Oh.
What were you thinking?
Inside a lake?
Yeah, they don't spawn in the water, so...
Alright, where am I?
Oh, is that your square thing in the middle of that lake?
I gotta go north.
Yep.
Oh.
Square thing.
That was a good idea as well. And that'd be good for growing your crops as well, won't it? So I think moving onto the lake sounded like a really good idea. But in the meantime, it was night time, and I needed to do some more napping. And I'd heard that having crocs was a good idea, because they made your food last longer, and you could store them in them. I was getting quite used to making all these clay pots and things. This napping business was really good for whiling away the hours, especially when you didn't want to go outside, because otherwise you'd be bored to death. What could you do inside but nap? Oh, I've only got 2 sticks.
As I told you, Gran, there's room here.
Yeah, I'm gonna come and build a little house by the lake.
No, it has to be in the lake.
In.
Oh, I can't see.
Yeah, they don't swim.
It is lowered.
Actually, they don't swim. They don't spawn in the water. So if you just want to be sure that, because they do spawn on the shores.
Yeah.
So if you build your cabin on the shore,
okay then.
Right?
Okay, in the water then.
Mm-hmm.
Right, coming out.
Comes out and just immediately gets stoned to death by all these things.
Yeah, they're after me. Oh my goodness, I'm coming. I'm coming by your place, Grime. I'm going right past it. They'll all come down. They are as well. Oh my goodness. Oh dear.
The sun is rising.
Yeah, it's pity they don't all burn up in the sun.
Is dying.
Oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of them, Grimer, and I'm going back home.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a dilemma there.
Just bring them to Grimer and he's going to take care of it.
But if you weren't far enough away, they do actually disperse. So I made a beeline for Vluza's place to see where I could actually set up. And it wasn't that far past Grimer's place. It was quite sparse on this eastern side, but it was quite wooded on the western side, which meant there'd be lots of wolves in there. But that's okay, because we were separated by the water, so that was fine. And he was getting on with this house, which looked pretty cool. Now, I was looking for a little square patch of ground that he'd started earlier and decided not to continue with. Oh, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's not too bad. So nothing horrendous is going to spawn in the sea then, in the... Oh, this is all right, yeah. I could do with this.
Wolf-
I need to
wolf
make it a bit bigger.
Swims across and eats her.
Oh,
hello.
oh my goodness me! You nearly killed me! I didn't know you were there!
I was there the whole time.
Where? I didn't see you! Where were you?
I know, your back was
Got
straight.
eyes like a hawk.
Dearie me.
But what I noticed is that if you harvest blocks inside the water, there's like the game can tell there's the missing water sources, so it keeps bubbling like this over
Oh,
here.
okay. Well, I'd only
So-
be adding blocks, I think, to make it a bit bigger.
Yeah. My
Whoa.
recommendation based on this would be to like not remove blocks from the water, and not misplace blocks because the water sources die permanently.
Yep.
Right. That's yeah. Okay. Okay. So I set to make my little patch of land a bit bigger, but I couldn't stay because I needed food again, and all I had was a bit of poultry that I got off a dead chicken and some Cooper Reed's roots, which needed cooking anyway, and they did take a while. So I made a beeline for home. Right, I'll stake my claim on this little square bit of land then, and
You leave me over here, Gran? I thought we were just bonding.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can reuse some of your blocks.
I'm hoping so. It's all cobble, my other blocks, but oh dear, I need to get back home. I'm dying again. I hope my bowls are right now, so I can eat my meat. Oh, it's a long way. Oh my goodness. Let me pot. Oh, they're still cooking. I thought you said these bowls didn't take as long. My door's falling off again.
It's only been like half a day.
I know, but when you said quicker, I thought maybe, an hour or
Yeah, the
two.
other one were taking like 3 days to cook. It's in a half a day.
Oh, dear. Oh, I went out for sticks. That's what I went out for. I'm going to die. I might as well wait here till I've died, and then I can...
There's a
Yeah,
bunch of
the
bushes.
perpetual quest for sticks never ends.
Yeah.
That's pretty aggressive approach.
Just heard that cock crow again.
A what?
Cock was crowing. Keeps crowing every now and then.
Oh, crowing with the C.
Yeah,
Correct.
not with a G. Yeah.
Did you just starve again, Gran?
Yeah, she did.
What you like, honestly? Deary me.
Do you
Whatever
ever
now.
eat?
Yeah, have you tried food? I might recommend.
I'm trying to make food. I've got a crock pot full of food. I just can't get to it because I've got my bowls and they're skilled and they're not taking ages. Oh, this game is killing me.
What you like? Yeah, if I don't find a reliable source of food, I'm gonna go the way of the grand.
Way of the gran.
Yeah, the Gran. That's gonna be the new way of saying starving to death.
As I was collecting sticks, I discovered some mushrooms on trees. There's quite a few different types of mushrooms, but some of them can be quite deadly, so you have to be very careful. But it wasn't just me that was dying a lot. The guys were dying quite a lot from things like wolves. I must admit, they didn't actually starve to death like I was doing. But hey ho, I'm sure I'm going to get better. I think.
Hello,
Oh,
Gran.
that's a
What are
long
you
ways
doing
away,
over there?
too.
Me, I'm just getting some of this stuff and some roots so I can eat them. When
Actually, I probably should prioritize the
cook them.
knife instead
Oh
of
yeah,
the
right.
spear.
We were
and I
talking
want some
about getting
sticks.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Gran.
I found some
Yeah.
mushrooms as well, but I've eaten those. The food doesn't last very long, does it, really, when you're,
You know,
No.
a
active?
death marker would be really nice.
Oh, that
Yeah.
would, yeah. So digging dirt and expanding my little plot is what I did whenever I found a little bit of food. Then it was getting dark, so I decided to go back home in the hope that my bowls had fired and I could eat better. Ha! My bowls are ready! I can eat!
Oh man. Rejoice.
Oh, how do I
Mark
do this
that.
now?
Mark this
Can I-
day in your calendar, Gran.
Right, where's it gone? There. Okay. Let's see how much does it fill. Oh, half a bar. Oh. And for this night, one of the others had sourced some fire clay, so I went to get some so I could nap a clay oven. It wasn't something I was going to use straight away, but I thought, you might as well get it done, seeing as it was night time, and it was time for napping. And in the morning, I started dismantling my old hovel to take all my nice cobblestone over to my new place. It did take a little bit of time because this cobble wasn't very quick at breaking with just your hand. If I'd had a pick, that'd be different. I'd have done it in a jiffy. But it started looking quite sparse quite quickly. I couldn't take everything in my inventory, so this would take several trips. But I stuffed as much as I could in, important stuff first, and just had room for one of the empty pots. So I took that back with me. I was getting used to running from A to B, and I found that if you ran everywhere, the wolves tend to leave you alone. So that was quite good. So I had my storage pot, I had my clay oven, and I had my cooking pots. And my days were taken up with getting more dirt and expanding my plot. And when I thought it was big enough to build something on, I started with some maple. And I thought I'd do a wooden frame. And for my first night in my new location, I was invited to stay with Flues.
The reason you want to come to Venice is because we really don't get bothered by hostels.
But first I thought I'd get some clay. You know, to nap. And of course, getting back to my old place meant I went past Grimer's place. Ooh, look at your houses. Coming on pretty fine, isn't it? Look at that.
Oh yeah, hi.
Woohoo.
So dark.
Good grief. So I got me clay and headed back as fast as I could, because now it was really dark. Oh no, there's a horrid thing there. Right next to your house, Flues. I'm going the other way. Oh, it sounds awful.
Sure? I don't see anything.
Sounds like a train's coming.
It does. It sounds awful.
It's a rift.
Daisy. Right. But I made it safely into Flues' house. Thank goodness for that. And the rift activity happened to be apocalyptic on this night, and I was wondering whether we were as safe as we thought we were.
They're not able to, get in the water very well, so this is really a good...
Oh, right, I
happy
see
with
them
my
all,
choice.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's
Oh my
loads.
god, that drifter just was running around on all fours.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do
there's
that
there's
sometimes.
some swimming there. There's some swimming there.
Oh, yeah.
Flues. It's coming.
I know.
Like, everyone's
we're fine,
freaking
we're
out.
fine.
I'm just down here making more shingles.
There's loads
they're
here,
getting-
though. 1, 2,
They're getting
3,
intelligent
4,
now.
Just watching
5,
from the
6,
loft.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Get back.
11, 12.
Nah, it's okay. I
Oh,
made friends with my
gosh.
drifter. He's not hitting me.
Get
Yeah,
him
He's,
back.
he's nearly getting here.
Yeah. I mean, they
can't-
can't climb ladders, right? This is the test.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could pick up the thrones. There's
Look,
thrones.
it's
rabbit
right there. Look.
I wish I could pick up the stones they throw.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice.
Going back.
Like, this is a perfect defensive position. He's completely helpless.
I don't want to throw my spear.
Oh wait, you can climb.
He's throwing rocks at me. What the heck?
Wait. Am I not
Stretch.
hitting
That
him?
was a good stretch.
Is he
He's
still
chucking
there?
rocks through the window.
He's still there.
Yeah, I told you. Watch out. Stay out of the
stay
away from the windows. They throw stuff at you.
Oh,
I'm
no, I
standing
have to
on the
harvest him.
balcony.
He's quite dead. Okay, I see.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, right.
Oh, this one's gonna kill me. Oh, there's
Daytime.
2 of them.
Oh, no.
My spear.
Oh.
You're fine, Omni. Just believe in yourself.
Although cobblestone was fairly easy to get if you found some ruins, there weren't an awful lot of ruins about. So we needed another type of material that was easy to get for this stage of the game, and mud bricks were one of them. You just needed some clay, needed some dry grass, and you needed some dirt. But once you got to the stage where you could gather different resources, there were plenty of other types of bricks that you could make. Quite a few different shades, quite a few different types. And that would make building quite interesting later on. So for now, for my house, it was going to be cobblestone, maple, and some of the mud bricks. And to start with, I thought I'd make a little bit of a storage area where I could put my pots and where I could cook as well. So it'd all be quite close together. I think in hindsight, I might have underestimated the amount of space that I needed. But hey-ho, it was early game and I didn't have an awful lot at the moment anyway. And I could always expand. I I felt like I was making really good progress, and it was time to fire my first pot at my new location. So out came the fire starter, and there were my first lot of flames. Nice. So I got on with a bit more building and removing the grass that kept sprouting up on these dirt blocks. I'd have to use something else for my floor inside my house. A window was going to go there, and one on the other side, because we needed to be symmetrical. Need a bit more maple. On that side and that side. Nice. But little did I know that my pit kiln was going to start a blaze in my house, and it had burnt down one of my supporting beams. So I decided to change those for the mud bricks, and they didn't look too bad. I only changed the ones closest to the fire though. I thought the rest of the wood would be safe. My mistake. I came back to find my house more or less burnt down. All the fencing had gone, my front door had gone, and most of my supporting beams had gone as well. So out went wood, and in came more of the bricks. And I felt it'd be okay to replace the fence on the outside, because the fire was on the inside, and the fence was on the outside. Had to use fences for windows, because you couldn't get glass unless you got quartz. But you could get quartz through panning. Well, right, I'm standing in the water, and I've got some limestone gravel in front.
So you place a block of the gravel on the ground, in like not in the water, but
not in the water, but in front of me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you right-click it with your pan in your hand.
Right, click it with it. Oh, it changed then.
That should fill it up, and then you right-click again, and it should start panning.
Oh, right. Okay.
Gotta stand up for grand, and then just do that for all eternity, and you'll get your stuff.
Oh, the gravel sort of goes a little bit slower each time, lower each time. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep, each block
Gotta
has
stand
8
up for grand.
uses.
Yep. So it takes a while. I dug up an entire stack of this stuff, so.
All right. What did I get? I just got a copper spearhead and a rusty gear.
Oh, that's good. Hey, copper rusty gear is like the currency that the traders use, and then the copper spearhead is you can make a copper spear out of it.
Right. Okay. Panning was quite a good activity in early game because it gave you quite a lot of useful stuff, and this can be where you get your first copper. I was quite interested to see what the difference was between the copper spear and the flint spear. The copper spear had more attack power and more damage when thrown, so I'd definitely be panning for more of those. I needed to find out more about farming, so I went over to Grimer to see what he was up to.
I harvested my turnips already, so if you notice,
I'm just
actually,
looking now how you've got your.
yeah, if you look, well, there's one turnip that's still growing, but if you notice the farmland that the turnips are growing on, the nitrogen level is little lacking, because that's what nutrient it took.
All right.
So I could plant them again, but the growth speed right now is at 58% on these things, so they take even longer to grow then.
Right, yeah.
So I wanted to rotate the crops to something else that didn't take nitrogen. I wanted to plant them there, like where this flax is growing, where any of this flax is growing, but I needed to mature first.
And I did need to do some farming because growing vegetables and adding them to these stews made it last longer. Anyway, it was time to chance my arm with another ram. Right. Right, goat, come on, I want you for my dinner. Let's have a look. I think I might make this a bit wider. Oh my goodness, I've fallen into the pit with the goat.
Oh, now you should be able to get them.
No, it's going to get me. I'm dying. I have got one bit of... Oh, actually, he's trying to get away. Oh, I got him.
kill
got
him.
him. I got
There you
him.
go.
Yeah, they start running
Oh,
away
my
if they're
goodness
low
me.
health.
Yeah.
Wow.
Epic fight.
Wow. But I'm dying, though. I'm going to die in this pit.
Before you do, make sure you harvest up that goat.
Right, I've had a little bite, so I might survive. Oh, those berries as well. I have anything else from here? Some bones. Right, can I get out? So after a bit more cooking, I managed to get enough dirt together to actually plant some crops. I started off with some pumpkins that Flues had given me. And apparently you're supposed to plant these diagonally across from a water source. So that's what I did. I only had a few crops though. I needed to be out and exploring and finding some more. So next I'd heard a cellar was the way to go for storing food. So I thought I'd have a go at making one. And I thought I'd put it right here. There wasn't much space on here, so I didn't know how well I would be able to dig down. So I refashioned this corner of my house. Not that it was a fully built house yet. Windows would have to go, so it wouldn't no longer be symmetrical. But hey ho. So I thought I'd fill this bit in. And then I'd start digging some stairs down. Fortunately, there wasn't a lot of land there to dig through. It was mostly water. So I'd need a lot more dirt if I was going to make a cellar. But it wasn't too bad hopping around the other side to see what was happening and to place blocks, because apparently you could actually breathe underwater and stay under there as long as you wanted and not drowned. So that was interesting. But I'm quite certain that'll probably change in some future update. So, having added blocks where I needed them, I went back down and nibbled away on both sides, both outside and inside, to make my cellar a little bit bigger each time. It was coming on. I was doing it. I had to keep running off to get some more dirt, but I was getting there, slowly but surely. And where removing blocks revealed water from outside, I just blocked it up. And I was getting quite into a rhythm. It was going quite well. I couldn't remove the granite on the floor though, because I didn't have a pick. Not yet. But that would come later, so I could do it then. So that's going to be about it for this episode. And while I reflect on my progress, I'm going to fire up another fire pit in my new cellar. I feel like I've come a long way since my first hovel. I just need to get my food under control and start storing up for winter, because winter's coming. So take care everybody, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.